beautiful life. It's August and it's time for another trip out of Plymouth. This time I'm going to the Dartmoor Diner on the Stagecoach 1, which is the Tavistock bus from outside Lloyds Bank in Plymouth, which will take about half an hour. Then the aim is to walk from Dartmoor Diner, across Roborough Downs to Clearbrook, and then do a circular tour. So let's go.
Thursday is a better day for me. Because Thursday you have your nails done, don't you? Yeah. And my hair now. So there's no so we could catch it there. No, that's dropping off. My bus doesn't stop on here anymore now.
Well, good morning everybody. This morning I caught the number 1 stagecoach bus, which is the Tavistock bus from Plymouth to the Dartmoor Diner, which took about 25 minutes. And it's just nice to escape from Plymouth and get on Dartmoor, and I'm at Roborough Downs. So we're going on to Roborough Downs, see if we can find some ponies, get some pictures and walk to Clearbrook. So let's go. Morning. Lambing and bird nesting season is March the 1st to the 31st of July, so you need to be careful on the moors. Well, you need to be careful on the moors with animals all the time, because you've got ponies on the road, it's like this. Hello. Hello there. Some of them are tamer than others, and you've got to play it by ear, so you don't stress them or get in or disturb them too much. They'll let you know if they want you to play with them. And this one's got a foal. Hello. Look at that little foal. Seems to have been more foals in Dartmoor than ever this year. This one wants to say hello. There's a car coming around somewhere, I think. Hello. Oh, nice, aren't you? Let them sniff you. Put your hand under the chin so they don't bite. Like a little gentle pat. Give them an itch to make them feel good with where the ticks are. He's got loads of ticks under his chin. Oh, gorgeous, aren't you? I like your colours. What were you saying to me? Flights aren't too bad today, are they? Look at the beautiful views. You've almost got peace here. Just about hear the traffic in the background heading up towards Tavistock, Princetown and Plymouth. This leat runs to the Clearbrook Bridge and also to Yelverton. All the bushes were cut back and burned about 2 years ago on the right hand side, and it's just made the landscape a bit more. This is where some of the leat wall is beginning to fall in now. As I said before, I believe this leat used to take water down into Plymouth, probably to Drake's Reservoir, which is in the city centre and part of the University of Plymouth now. It's about the 22nd of August, so we're nearly getting into autumn and everything will start falling back then, and all the bracken will die off. A lot of the big hills, I've not looked at my research too much, but a lot of the big hills in Dartmoor are called Tulls, and I've been at the top of that one in the distance. Well, that was nice, having a nice little easygoing pony that wanted to have me stroke him. Well, after a bit of a claggy start, it's nice and warm, so it's jacket off time to carry on with my walk. I'll probably take the fleece off as well, the hoodie off as well. Don't want to overheat. Sometimes people overheat without realising it, and then especially when they're wearing black in hot weather. I don't understand anybody wearing full black clothes in hot weather because it absorbs the heat. Having reflective clothing reflects the heat as well. And a nice butterfly had just gone past. It wasn't just claggy this morning, it was really windy as well. And the forecast wind for the southwest of England today reaching 15 knots. and it's certainly not happening here. That's the trouble this year. You can't you can't take the weather forecast on a daily basis, even if you check it on the day, because it can quite often be wrong. And it stopped me from doing some trips this year actually, because I checked the weather forecast in the morning, saw a rain forecast, didn't want to wreck my equipment, so I didn't bother going, and so I missed a lot. Missed a lot sounds like and I went to see Arthur's statue. Well, it's not actually Arthur, it's just to any medieval knight or king of the day. And the song that went on Camelot was "How to handle a woman, there's a way," said the wise old man, etc, etc, etc. Shame I don't know it all. Could have reverbed it. Well, I might just seen this bush, so I've just come off track to take a better look. Look at those berries. Oh, this is a joke I got hold of for Top Secret Magic website on YouTube, which is a website I've run looking at 8 years of magic tricks of the week with Mel Norton, Jamie, and music by Chris Foxland. Why wouldn't you put elephants on a beach in August? Because they might drop their trunks. Naughty. What musical instrument does an ice cream seller play? The cornet, of course. Enough of those. Dartmoor leats on man-made waterways run for hundreds of miles across the moor, delivering water to agriculture, industrial and domestic purposes. The oldest waterways date back to medieval times. Helicopter over the top of the horizon there. Occasionally you get low-flying jets doing training over Dartmoor, but not as many as you do in Snowdonia, where there's mountain rescue. Been based in Plymouth for quite a few years now. I like Plymouth geographically and its adventure history, but I don't like the brain set in Plymouth at all. It's very aggressive, and like a lot of major cities, it's overrun with drugs and alcohol. You think alcohol is a way of earning money, making money for the city, and all it's done is undermine the population and created a very unhealthy population. And when you're trying to get out and do things, it's very frustrating. And that's why I like to come on to Dartmoor, just get away from the brain set. People fighting in the streets, people stabbing each other. It reminds me of Marseille in the south of France, where there's an overload of ghettos with immigrants in. I'm not racist in any way at all, but people need to be intermingling. And when foreigners come over to a country and they can't get jobs, then sometimes they get into drugs because it's an easy way of making money, and then you end up with a gangland culture on the back of that, and the violence that comes along with it, and the damage it does to families as well. Drugs and alcohol are a mug's game. far cheaper to have a healthy lifestyle with fruit and vegetables and nuts, and a brain that works properly and a body that works properly, because alcohol and drugs do an awful lot of damage to the brain and the body as well, and causes a heavy burden on the National Health Service and the medical teams across the world. But whilst there's so much money being made on the toxins that damage people's lives, there's very little chance of them being stopped. They just turn a blind eye to it. And then you've got the crime rate as well, which is sky high on the back of alcohol, and the abuse that comes with excessive amount of alcohol and drugs. And it's sad to see in Plymouth. I think we will have a song after all. I love to go wandering along the Dartmoor side, and as I go I love to sing with a knapsack on my back. Fall-ree, fall-ra, fall-ree, fall-ra, fall-ree, fall-ra, with my knapsack on my back. That's it. Cheer up, Brian. You know what they say. Some things in life are sad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're looking at life's thistle, don't worry, give a whistle, 'cause things will always turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Always look on the bright side of life. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. When things seem jolly rotten, do-do-do-do-do-do, and something you've forgotten, just like my words. And other things just make you swear and curse. Then looking at life's thistle, don't worry, give a whistle, 'cause things will always turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do, etc., etc. Train whistle blowing makes a sleepy noise. Underneath the blankets go all the girls and boys. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Driver at the engine, the fireman rings the bell, the sandman swings the lantern to say that all is well. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Somewhere there is sunshine, somewhere there is rain, somewhere there is Morningtown, many miles away. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away, etc., etc., etc. So heading towards Clearbrook now along the Leat. And in some areas what's left of the leat. Some of these leats are a bit hairy for the very small foals actually. I've had to get foals out and back to their parents before now. So we've just crossed the road. The last road before we get to Clearbrook Bridge. Such a shame when they clear so much of the bushes away. It takes years to regrow. Even though some of it is by fire caused by barbecues. Apart from the control fires that are used to create new growth and reintroduce rare species of animals and insects and boids. Somebody once told me that I have that syndrome where you're depressed one minute and happy the next, or on a high the next. I don't have that at all. I just have very high expectations of myself, and when I'm pushing myself and having times like this, then I'm perfectly happy. But when I'm stuck in places where people are lazy and not motivated and you're trying to get things done, that's when I start getting depressed, because I have to be doing things all the time. And that comes from a background where walking miles, and then the 5 years full-time mountain rescue where you're pushing yourself to the limits to achieve a goal, and you're as physically fit as any Olympic athlete at that phase, because I didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't take drugs, and I don't now. And when you're in that situation, you see things totally from a different, clear perspective. So when people that drink and are lazy tell me that I have conditions of depression and anxiety and then high points, then I find it offensive, so I just cut them off altogether, because I don't need that. I don't need to be labelled. There's too many labels for everybody these days, and who needs them? I've got friends with autism, and autism is another label, and when people look into that, then they can find things wrong with them. Sheep. Is that your barcode for Tesco's? So that's like the lamb that went into Tesco's and he'd lost his voice. He couldn't buy anything because he lost his barcode. Wonder if we'll see any more ponies. There'll be some by Clearbrook car park because they must get fed by the people, so they're all encouraged to be there, even though they're not supposed to be fed because it gives them all sorts of digestive problems. If it's anything like donkeys come from hot, dry, arid countries originally, so a lot of the grasses in Britain are far too rich for their digestive system. This is one of the pools where the ponies sometimes accumulate, especially in very hot weather. Are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have heard for 1,000 years. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely, and I'll sing to you. Well, there's no wind at all now, and like I said before, listening to the weather forecast this morning, I probably wouldn't have even left Plymouth, so I'm glad I did. Back into the lead. And it is a long lead as well. That's my tripod catching the side. starting to glide over a bit now. And there's the other glove. We've got a road coming in from the right now, which comes up from Bridge. I'm just about to see the car park at Coypool Bridge now. There's Clearbrook. We won't go down there today because that's all there is at Clearbrook, that row of houses. Total change in the weather, it's gone quite a lot cooler as well. So I've had to put my should start seeing the ponies again soon in the car park. You can see where they've been treading around the pool. And because we've had quite a lot of rain during the last few days, it's quite muddy. At least they'll keep the flies down off their faces. The roads around here are very popular with cyclists, so I've just seen some cyclists going past as they knock off the Dartmoor trails. There's Clearbrook again. Butterfly. Oh, it's unusual. There's not many ponies here today either. They're all around the and what there is, sorry, around the cars. Something must be attracting them to the car, so they must be getting fed because they're always here. Bit of an easy day today, so we'll do a bit of a road walk and then we'll catch the track back that we came in on. So we're on the Clearbrook road now, heading towards the Tavistock Junction road, but we're going to turn left before then to head down to the track that we came in on. And that'll be a nice circular walk for today. So if you carry on the road ahead where that car is, you end up on the Plymouth to Tavistock main road. We're turning left here and we're going to drop down to the little bridge and then swing right onto the track that we came in on. It was windy and dull first thing this morning, and then it cleared up, went sunny and warm, and now it's cold or cooler and overcast again. So it's been a bit of a changeable day, weather-wise. It's quite an interesting morning in Plymouth before I set off. I got recorded by Google Earth as somebody walked on the pavement past me with his head cameras, or great big cameras on a blue box. And when I tried to go across the zebra crossing, the lights had just turned red and the car jumped the lights and nearly hit me. Then the same thing happened on the bus coming here to the malls. The bus nearly went through red lights and I had to do a quick stop and half blocked the junction. So lots of people aren't concentrating on what they're doing at the moment with everything that's going on. In the background you've got the main Plymouth to Tavistock Road, Plymouth Road going off to the left. And the sheep that were on the left hand side of the leap before are now on the right. And they still haven't picked up their barcode. We're heading back now towards the Dartmoor Diner. Sheep have just been shorn. Or is that shorn the sheep? We're now heading back along the Leat. So it's a nice and easy route to find and walk along. See again where they cleared all the ground 18 months, 2 years ago. So we're nearly back at the very beginning, and that's a very good place to start. And we're coming back to where the ponies were at the beginning. And let's see if we can get some more pictures. Oh, hawthorn. And we're back to where we started with my friend. Hello. I just called to say hello. You come on. You were all right earlier. Sam is covered in flies, but the flies don't seem to bother him that much. Well, that's today's walk nearly in the can, and it's been a lovely day. It's been a bit changeable. It's nice and warm again now, but about 10 minutes ago it went cool and overcast.
Been on holiday, I was talking all the way to you. 'Cause every fascination comes with a price in your heart. Do you like to say that you don't like to have fun? You can say that I'm so bad all the time. 'Cause I give you time, and I give you life in this world. The steps that you take, the moves that you make in your eyes, 'cause I fantasize deep within the lies every night. I see in your eyes that you fantasize all the time. I wanna hold you tight and make you see tonight it's alright.
Love Summertime TV Worldwide. You can contact us at ccsfilter1@gmail.com. Don't forget to friend and share the video.
Every fascination comes with a price